Just about set for football now. Here at Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida. Today, a good battle in the AFC. It's the LA Chargers and the Miami Dolphins.
Fans, welcome to the field. Your 2025 Miami Dolphins.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. And off we go from South Florida. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Miami offense set to go, led by 27-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. Greg, hard to believe, sixth season as the Dolphins quarterback.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell him whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. Once again, it's Achane. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Sending it deep for Waddle. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's 3rd and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on 4th down. So I don't love 3rd and short bomb punt. I do love 3rd and short, okay, you fail, I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Motion man is Johnston. Herbert to throw on 2nd down. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That is left side taken in by Allen.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Off play action, it's Tua. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
I think it's been pretty clear that the offensive emphasis has been on controlling the front. Don't allow them to get after your quarterback. Well, when you do that, it's pretty easy to lose sight of some of the secondary players, and this defensive back was used on the blitz, and he's able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Tua. They'll set up the receiver screen with Waddle. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
3rd down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
This one caught by Waller. It is a pickup of 18. And by God, they get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll toss it here to Achane. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he's going to be out of bounds, gain of just a couple, and now he's got 3rd down coming up.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to fight any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
He'll get this out to his running back. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Tuli Pelotu in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Tua. He's going to let this go. Downfield for Waller. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, There was nowhere to go with the ball.
On comes the punter now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Chargers offense ready for their second possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. That is Bradley Chubb. Tough to stop. He comes up with the sack.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
No play fake. The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line. That's Bonito Jones getting in for the sack. And that's going to lead to 3rd and very long.
A sack certainly isn't ideal in this situation, but I think this quarterback considers himself lucky he at least prevented the safety. This defense is in attack mode. They know they're one big play away from taking a 2-0 lead.
3rd and long. On the carry, it's and so much for being backed up, he takes this beyond the 25-yard line. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a 1st down.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop us.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Ground. It's Kamani Vidal. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to fight any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Here's the punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Look wide, get this one complete, and it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
A play fake, now 2 and a throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
A gain there of 27 yards.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now, after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run right here. It's Achane. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw is Tua. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
4th down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Tua. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Herbert. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And we're back to South Florida after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3 as we are ready to get back underway. On the give, Haskins. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, L.A.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Pass caught right side by Conklin. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the ground, it's Vidal. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup pickup of 4.
Taken down at the 19.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Handoff here with Haskins. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A handoff, and this is by Dell. Making guys miss, and he's in. Kimani Vidal, touchdown Los Angeles.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead.
Chargers 7, Dolphins nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Washington now to return it. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And he'll take it back for the touchdown. What a tremendous mistake there. You want to secure the ball and give it to your offense, not give it up to the other team for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I think this is the fine line that all kick returners face, Mike. I think they all want to be impact players. When they get the ball in their hands, they think every play can be 6. But sometimes you got to know when it's over. You got to make sure at the end of this play, my offense is able to take the field and maintain possession. In this case, not only do you turn it over, you give them a quick touchdown on the other side.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up and down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Sending it deep for Waddle. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James.
I'm a big fan, Mike, of quarterbacks willing to take chances. I don't want my guys sitting there scared to throw the ball downfield. But as always, it does come with a little bit of balance. He tried to get that one all and just doesn't get quite enough pace on it, and it ends up going the other way.
The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. On the ground, here's Haskins. for a gain of about 5.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll go with Haskins. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Disley is the man in motion. Herbert to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the Chargers. On the return, here's Washington. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. The Dolphins offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. Play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to try it here again. He's got it! And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Looking to run, and Smith from OK State, Ollie Gordon. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
A shotgun snap for 2. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down, 1st and goal.
For a Miami
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
In motion, Westbrook-Akine. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Another one from the 5. 2nd down and goal. They'll run with Achane. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
3rd and goal. To throw is Tua. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
What a first half for this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This from 30 yards out.
Get this point.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Dolphins get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return, here comes Davis. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Chargers offense, and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Now, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. This one finds McConkey. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
The Chargers get set to kick it away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
It's a loss of 2.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's 2. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And this defense plays it beautifully. They knock him back to the 7.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
3rd and long. Here's Tua. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Yeah, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chargers offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. It was Tyrell Dodson that time on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Herbert. Quickly, they get it out to Allen. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That is incomplete, taking the shot there as we reach the 2-minute warning. So now, 4th down, and Cameron Dicker is on for the Chargers. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. Now this is scooped up by a member of the offense. But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short, and the block kick leads to a turnover on downs. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That is hard, and he will go all the way. Malik Washington, touchdown Miami. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins are back within 4. It is 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is Hassan Haskins to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Herbert. They'll try to set up the screen here. This one could be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Herbert. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Chargers. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Dicker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And And the Chargers are out to a 21-10 lead.
Dolphins 10.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. He takes off. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the first down. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a first down throw for Tua. This one pulled in by Westbrook-Ikhine. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
Second and 2 at the 50-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. He runs with it. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. This one complete to Washington.
Complete to Malik Washington. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's second and 2. Here's Tagovailoa. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
3rd and 2. Tagovailoa. He'll try to run for it. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He'll have it by plenty. It was 3rd and 2. They picked up 8.
That's good for another Miami Dolphin.
So halftime straight ahead as we go up to Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. Davis now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chargers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. He'll run with Haskins. This will be a short pickup to about the 30. The Michigan man, Kenneth Grant, drafted 13th overall. There for the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll go with the sneak. And that'll move the sticks. First down. Up to the 40.
2 yards on the play. First down, Chargers.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
They'll send the tight end in motion right. They'll give on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
41. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Herbert. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Glad McConkey the one he was looking for. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative. No time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
The Dolphins offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 6. Back to throw is Tua. He's going to let this go. Downfield for Waller. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 75 yards. Touchdown, Miami. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Now, here's the Dolphins and Tua going for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Back to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
The The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. On the carry, it's Haskell. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
A really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Second and 11. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
And it's third down.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
Here it is on fourth down. And he's not going to get there. A couple of yards short. And this is going to be a turnover on downs.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's first and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. He'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Second and 10. He's got a man wide open. That's Waddle. Still on his feet. And he will score. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Now, here's the Dolphins and Tua going for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
He'll drop to throw. He'll swing that out wide. And he will get in. The 2-point conversion works. And the lead is up to 3.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Haskins now to return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Chargers offense and their running back set to go once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Play action now. It's Herbert. Working across the field, he's got Allen. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Los Angeles.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
A handoff as they try to run it here, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
At this point, we're going to need two hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Herbert. To the left side. Catch made by McConkey. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
On the give, Haskins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
They'll stick with him again. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
That one, take it in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown Chargers.
Los Angeles.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers have taken a 4-point advantage.
Chargers 28, Dolphins 24.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Washington now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Whoa! And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That one good for a dozen. A very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Derwin James, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That one out wide to Achek. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
In motion, it's Waddle. Tua now on third down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more.
At their own 16-yard line.
An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Now it's Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin.
Herbert's pass.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
To throw is Herbert. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First down, Chargers.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on third down at these shorter down and distances, but in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
Herbert to the air again. This one not quite on target, and too much. That one falls incomplete.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
They'll give this to Vidal. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a game of about 1. It was Rasul Douglas that time to end the play.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 9. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Motion man is Johnston. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Moving outside the pocket. Taking off. He'll try to get there. good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 15. And the Chargers first down.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on third down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the first down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
A handoff here with Haskins. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
On play action, it's Herbert. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Shotgun now for Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the fourth quarter.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Throwing on first down is Herbert. They go right back to Allen. He's got it again.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with Vidal, and they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
First and goal.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and
A
goal.
loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Herbert. He finds his tight end, Conklin. And they'll get about 4 out of this one. Run after the catch. Hard to come by down here. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing, Herbert. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop. And
not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked. But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short, and the block kick leads to a turnover on downs.
In this situation, Mike, every coach on the sideline is yelling, watch the ball, watch the ball. So this is a gutsy move defensively to sell out and go for that block. Remember, if he times this jump wrong, that's a 1st down.
Now, 1st down throw for Tua. He's going to be marked down up around the 33. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get...
He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Tua, give it to Achane, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and
10. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I understand it's 3rd down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on 3rd down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that 1st down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete. And now it brings up 4th down.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Chargers offense ready to take over possession of the football. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Haskins. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
A handoff, and this is Vidal. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Rasul Douglas on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Haskins. He's taken down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 11. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Allen in motion. Again, they'll go with Haskins. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Here comes Vidal. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
He's tackled at the 32.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. They'll turn and hand this one off. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
They'll run with Haskins. 1st down and more inside the 15. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, Los Angeles. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Dicker now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chargers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
24.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Two and out on 1st down. He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
It is 2nd down and 5. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Sending it deep for Waddle. He's got it! And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
To throw on second down, it's Tua. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Complete to number 17, Jalen Waddle. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. To the air again, Tagovailoa. It is brought in the end zone. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown Miami. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Now a big play here. Dolphins will go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Tua to throw again. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
All right, good effort. Just doesn't work out, but it's not over. Remember, they still got 2 timeouts in their back pocket. They've got to use them quickly. They've got to get 3 stops, force a punt, and see what happens when the offense gets the ball.
The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Up the middle they go. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Back to the ground, he'll get it again, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. Talk things over before 3rd down. On the ground, it's Vidal. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
A 55-yard attempt.
This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
The penalty is declined.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. They'll come up for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Waller. And it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.